What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and if it's your first time seeing one of my videos, I'd like to welcome you to my channel where I do music reviews on albums and EPs and singles, and we just chill and talk about all the things that we love or hate. And if you happen to be into metal music, but more specifically like the subgenres deathcore, metalcore, even just death metal and heavy metal and technical death metal, things like that, as opposed to just like Metallica and Slayer, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on any future reviews. And if you have anything you want me to check out, leave a comment below letting me know what it is, and I will get you squared away. But for today's review, we're going to be checking out the new single Assault and Batteries by the band Ice 9 Kills. The metalcore band from Boston, Massachusetts is back with a new single off of their upcoming album, which is the part 2 to their last album titled The Silver Scream. And this one is titled The Silver Scream 2, Welcome to Hollywood. And this is going to be their 6th studio album, and it's kind of weird because they've been around for a very long time. They started back in like high school, I believe, under the name like 9 Kills or Ice 9, something around there back in the year 2000, but they didn't change it up until the year 2006 when they came out with their first album, I believe, somewhere around there. And I gotta admit, I'm not really that big of a fan of this band. I get kind of bored with them. The themes of horror movies and things like that. I'm a big horror movie fan, but when it comes to music, it just doesn't really hit me quite the same way. Like, I'll play horror games, I'll do horror mazes at like Universal Studios and Knott's and things like that, or watch horror movies and short films. But when it comes to the music, it doesn't really do anything for me. And even though it's not bad music, I just can't really get into it all that well. And like I said, they base all of their music off of like horror movie themed stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 15th, and this time Assault and Batteries is based on the movie Child's Play, so it's based on Chucky. And there's tons of references in it and puns like "He'll toy with you till you die" to prove that evil comes in all sizes. A lot of really quirky lines like that throughout this entire song. And I'm not really a fan of Chucky or Child's Play. Again, it's a movie that just didn't really do it for me. So going into this song, I wasn't really looking forward to it all that much. A band that I don't really enjoy all that much, and also now a movie-based theme song thing that I'm not really into either. Assault and Battery starts off with a soundbite thing, and I'm not really 100% sure. It's been a very long time since I've seen the movies, so I'm kind of guessing that this soundbite probably comes from the movies. It talks about a police officer getting hurt in a shootout, and then like this doll is coming to life. And if you don't know what this song's about going into it, this soundbite will definitely let you know. And then it jumps right into it, going into the verse with some nasty distorted vocals. And it's also a very bass and drum driven verse, and the bass sounds fantastic. The bass line in it it's so groovy. And the vocalist Spencer, kind of weird, but he reminds me of M. Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold. Just his vocal delivery and tone, but honestly, it's not a bad thing. I love M. Shadows, and this guy sounds better anyways. I mean, he has a deeper voice, and his growls are fantastic. The riff at the end of the verse that segues into the pre-chorus is so heavy and dynamic, and it's got tons of dissonance to it. It sounds so good. This is one of the best riffs I've heard in a while, and it's so simple, and it sounds so good. And they really seemed to capture the theme of this so well by coming off really playful and lighthearted, and then out of nowhere it switches gears, and they do a good job at emphasizing just how demonic Chucky really is. And it's not like just the vocals switch from being like we're just having fun and then all of a sudden it's playtime, I'm gonna murder you type of thing. It's more like the whole dynamic of the song changes. It goes from really happy, upbeat, like drum work and the guitar and the bass line, it's all just kind of fun and games. And then once it becomes serious, it becomes very dark and heavy. And just the switch up like that, it's fantastic, and they do it so well. And the chorus is crazy catchy. To be honest, it's basically just one gigantic hook. And I gotta admit, I don't normally care for the type of lyrics that are in this song. Specifically, this 2-foot demonic doll will make you his bitch. It just comes off very cliche and kind of cheesy, but in all honesty, it works for this song because that's the lingo. That's the way how Chucky talks in the movies. He's very aggressive, but also like he comes off playful like that in a way. And it really helps draw you into the song with these references because it brings back memories. I've only seen this movie, I've only seen the first one once, and I saw one of the other ones, I don't even remember what it was, once as well. And just the lingo that's in this and the different lines that they use, it brings it all back for me. The tempo change going into the bridge sounds great, and it even touches on some of the other movies, like the sequels in the franchise, like Chucky's Bride and Seed of Chucky or something along those lines. The breakdown that comes after it, it wasn't really all that epic, and the guitar solo is super shreddy, but it's kind of the same for me. I wasn't really like that impressed, but it doesn't take away from the song. Neither one of them sound bad at all. One thing I loved the most about this song is just how dedicated they are to the theme. Like when certain bands try to like come out with some kind of concept album or something like that, they try to fit the concept in with like real life. Like they try to relate it to like a girlfriend, or maybe they'll throw themselves into this Chucky movie and pretend like they're the ones running away from them, or just something along those lines where it just isn't 100% true to the movie. In Ice Nine Kills, they just stick with it. They stick with it hard. There's no other references in this. There's nothing else outside of the Child's Play world in this movie, and they just kill it. And I love that they do that. That's actually one thing that I like about this band. Even though I'm not really that into it, if I put on one of their songs, I know what to expect. I'm not going to get anything super cheesy in terms of like falling in love with some girl and trying to relate to it to like a Freddy Krueger movie or something stupid like that. You actually get what you paid for with this. So it's kind of weird because I don't really care for this band, and they're playing a song that's based on a horror movie that I don't really like either. And this is like the best thing that I've heard them do. I'm so into this song from start to finish. It's just so good. The energy's high. The theme is great. The vocal transitions from like clean to distorted. It's timed so well, and it fits the theme of like going from happy and cheerful and playful to now this doll is going to try to kill you type of thing. And even like the music switch up, like I said, when that super heavy, thick riff comes in, when things get like serious and like you start to feel for your life kind of thing, it just all works. Sure, the breakdown wasn't really that heavy, but fits the song so well. Again, the solo, same kind of thing. It wasn't really all like my cup of tea. It's super shreddy, which I'm just not really into. It's something that I was into when I was a kid, and I just kind of grew out of it. But this is an 80s movie, and it kind of fits the theme of an 80s kind of movie. Honestly, this song would be perfect as like the closing credits, or even like the opening song to the movie. It's just, I'm trying to find something I don't like about it, and it's really hard, and I feel like I'm just trying to justify why I got to give Assault and Batteries by Ice Nine Kills a 5 out of 5. Ice Nine Kills didn't really become like famous or big until their last album came out, which was the first part of this, The Silver Scream. And I feel like after listening to this, I might not have done that album justice. I feel like I should go back and give it another listen, and even some of their earlier stuff, just give it another chance, because this is just so good. And maybe I was missing something, but I want to know what you guys think. If you're a fan of this band, let me know in the comments what you thought. If you haven't listened to it yet, I'm going to leave a link for it down in the description below. Go ahead and give it a listen. It's like maybe 4 minutes long, and let me know what you would rate it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my future stuff and you want to help support my channel, feel free to subscribe, ring the bell icon. That way YouTube notifies you when I do upload, which is close to like 3 to 4 times a week now. Leave a comment below letting me know what I should review next. And just doing any of those things just helps me out so much. I appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.
I was